Let's just wait until 10 past for others to join, then we can start. If there is no one, they will make use of the video if they are late. Next time, we don't want people to be late. Hello, Tumelo, can you hear me?
Yes.
All right, thank you. Make sure when you speak, that's when you just remove the mic. So let's start. We are going to have a recording. So those ones who are going to be late, so they will catch up maybe using the recording. We can't wait for them. There are still others who want to join there, but they are taking long. We said exactly 4 o'clock to avoid this issue of adding people now and again. Okay, let's start. I think these are the only people that have attended. Let's start. Let's start. Teboko, are you there?
Yes, sir. Yes.
All right, let's start. If you can't hear me, you just tell me, say I can't hear you. Or if you want my screen, the screen is not visible that side, you tell me. So we are marking that task which we ended in class at number 5. I mean number 6. Then we will continue from there. So just open where you wrote and you are marking your way. Okay. Is that clear?
Yes.
All right. So we must respond so that I still know that we are together. Must respond so that I know we are together. All right. Let's go to number 6. Let's go to number. Go to number 6. So we are using the first method, which I said of cross multiplying. So there we were given 2 fractions, which are 2 1/4 plus 3/6 minus 1/3. So that's what we are talking about here, minus 1/3. So I said, if you are given those numbers, first you use the BODMAS. You use what we call BODMAS to put the brackets. So what comes first is what? Addition before you subtract. So that's what we do. So we start by adding the fractions before you subtract the fractions. That's why I said addition first before subtraction. Then let's add these fractions which we are having here. We are having 2/4 plus 3/6 minus 1/3. So we said we are using the method of cross multiplying, which means 6 times 2. What is 6 times 2 there?
12.
12.
That's where the 12 is coming from. So we are cross multiplying 2 and 6. You get 12. If you cross multiply 4 and 3, what do you get? 4 and 3, you get 12. So what about if you multiply the denominator? When you multiply the denominators, what do you get? 6 times 4 is what?
24.
That is the 24, which is there, using the method of cross multiplying. So you get 24 there.
Yes.
Question?
Yes.
Okay. So we have applied this method of cross multiplying. This is the method of cross multiplying that we have applied. So we are saying now, let's add what is inside the bracket first before we deal with the subtraction. So now we have 12 plus 12. Because the denominators are the same, you don't add denominators. Do you hear me, class?
Yes. Yes.
Yes, you don't add denominators. If the denominators are the same, you only add the numerators. What is 12 plus 12?
24.
That is the
Oh.
20 we are talking about.
24.
Yes. And the denominator stays the same as what? 24.
24.
Yes. So now we are subtracting 24 over
24.
24 minus 1 over 3. We use the same method of cross multiplying again. When you cross multiply, you are going to get what? Which means we are multiplying like that. 4 times 24, what do you get? 70? 72. Then 24 times 1, this one. 24 times 1, you get what?
24.
24. That's what we are doing. Then you say 24 times 3. That 24 times 3, what do you get?
72.
This is the denominator, which is the same. All of them are of denominator what? 72. So this method
Yes.
we are using here, we are solving fractions using the method of cross what?
Multiplication.
Yes. So from there, we are now saying, from here, now we are now saying 24, the numerator is 24, 72 minus 24. So which means if the denominators are the same, you just subtract the numerators. Can you see that now?
Yes.
We are here. We are now only subtracting the numerator. 72 minus 24, what do you get? What is 72 minus 24? 72 minus 24.
48.
That is the 48, which is there. The denominator does not change, isn't it?
Yes.
It remains 72.
Yes.
Yes. So now we have to simplify 48 over 72 by dividing this common factor, which is the HCF. Remember, 48 and 72, they have common numbers, common factors. So you must
Yes.
simplify by by dividing. Always when you simplify, you divide by the highest one. Common factor.
Factor.
Yeah. So let's look for that. Let's look for that highest common factor of 72 and 48 using the ladder method. We have found our prime factors using the ladder method. So if you are writing somewhere in your classwork book, or I took the classwork book, in your homework book where you did this task, you must copy down the ladder method. So copy down the ladder method to say 48 divided by 2 is 24. 24 divided by 2 is 12. 12 divided by 2 is 6. 6 divided by 3 is 1. You do the same for 72. 72 divided by 2 is 36. 36 divided by 2 is 18. 18 divided by 2 is 9. Then you divide again. 9 by 3 is 3. 3 by 3, 1. You stop. Then you write your numbers as a product of the prime numbers to get the highest common factor. So we found out that the highest common factor here is 24. Then you divide the number by 24. That's why the 48 divided by 24, you get 2. And then 72 divided by 24, you get 3. Any question?
No.
No.
Is that clear?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Let's go to the next one. So with this one, we said the first one, we found the answer is 2/3 using the cross multiplication method. Remember, we're using the cross multiplication method. Yes, where we are just cross multiplying the numbers, but at the same time, we are using the BODMAS, the correct order of BODMAS. So just a recap of what we're doing. We were saying 2/3 plus 3/6 minus 1/3. Then we found out that no, we must use BODMAS first, which is addition. Cross multiply the numbers. 2 times 6, 12. 3 times 4, 12. The denominators we also multiply together. 6 times 4, 24. Then we subtracted. 12 plus 12, you add the numerators because the denominators are now the same. But I cannot subtract 24 minus 1 because the denominators are what? Are not the same. So I must use cross multiplication again. Then I say 3 times 24 is 72, and 24 times 1 is 24. We subtract now since our denominators are the same. When you simplify a fraction, always divide by the highest common factor. How do you find the HCF? Using the ladder method, by using the prime factors. That's how you do it. That's what we've done up to now.
Yes.
Is that clear, class?
Yes.
Yes.
Let's move to the same problem, but we are using a different method. Now we are using a method of multiples and factors. It's the same question, but we are using multiples and what? And factors. So first you start by saying, what are the multiples of 4? What are the multiples of 4 from what you are seeing there?
4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24, 28,
24,
32.
28, 32.
And what are the multiples of 6?
So someone has to join. 12, 18, 24, 30, 36, 42, 48.
So you must know this by head. So you are using the method of multiples and factors. So let's add the person who wants to join first. I think it's fine. Let's go back to where we were. If there's someone then just let me know. So we were saying, what are the multiples of 3?
3, 6, 9,
21,
15, 18, 24.
Yes. So once you have found the multiples, then you must find what we call the lowest common what?
Correct.
Lowest common multiple, which is M, LCM. So from
Yes.
what is the lowest common multiple?
12.
So which means you are going to find the equivalent fraction of 2/4 as a denominator of 12, 3/6 as a denominator of 12, minus 1/3, you must change it also as a denominator of what?
12.
Yes, that's what we are talking about. So now we have changed this as a denominator of 12. So how do we find the numerator now? We want to know how did we get this numerator. So which means the denominator is 12. So from 12, I multiplied by 1. From 4 to 12, I multiplied by 1.
8.
By?
8.
3.
By
3.
3. Yes, you multiply by 3. So from 4 to 12, you multiply by 3.
3.
So when you multiply by 3, also on the numerator, must also multiply by what? By 3.
By 3. 3.
2 times 3 is?
2
Is
times
what?
3. 6.
Yes, that is where this is coming from. The 12 is this one. They're coming from the LCM. Then you say, what about 3 over 6 is what over 12? Then you say from 6 to 12, I multiplied by what?
By
2.
by
By
2.
2. So which means the numerator must also multiply by 2.
2.
2.
That's where this 6 is coming from. And then you say 3 to 12. This 3 to 12. I multiply by what?
4.
By 4. So the numerator must also multiply by
4.
4.
by 4. That's where this 4 is coming from. Because now the denominators are the same, we can now add and subtract what? The new. Can you see it, class?
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Add what is there and tell me what is your final answer before I show you the final answer. Add what you are seeing on the screen. When you are done, you tell me, use your board mass. First you add first, then you subtract. Tell me what is the final answer. I will just give you 1 minute to tell me the answer. What is the final answer as a fraction? What are you getting over 12?
8 over 12.
8 over 12.
Yes, it's 8 over 12.
8 over
How-
12.
How do you get 8 over 12? You say 6 plus 6 minus 4 over 12, which is 12 over 12 minus 4 over 12. First, you use board mass. You first add, then you subtract. So, yes, I must see the bracket. So 6 plus 6 is 12 over 12 minus 4 over 12, which is 8 over 12.
12.
Yes. So basically, what were we doing? We were changing each fraction as a denominator of 12. So 2, we said 2, 4 times 3. 4 times 3. And then we got 12. Then 2 times 3. That's when we got what? 6.
6.
Times 2. Times 2. Then you get 6. That's where it's coming from. Equivalent fractions. Once you have got your denominator. And then also you use 1 over 3. From 3 to 12, you multiply by what? By 4. That's what we are doing. You multiply by 4. Then from 1 also you multiply by 4. Then you get the numerator, which is 4 over 12. If you are coming from small to big, which means you're multiplying. That's where these numbers are coming from. 6, 6, and 4. They are coming from equivalent. Where is the denominator 12 coming from? It's coming from the LCM. Okay. Yes. So once you are here, I said simplify the what? The fraction. By dividing by the highest what? Common factor. Are we still together?
Yes.
Yes. So you have found your 8, you have found your 12. So now you must simplify this fraction. It's not simplified. Why is it not simplified? Because 8 and 12, they share common one.
Factors.
So what is the factors of 8? Write them down. and write for me the factors of 12. You write them down. And what is the highest common factor? Let's try that one. Factors of 8, factors of 12, and find the highest common factor. You tell me, what am I going to divide by?
Divide by 4.
4. Yes, we divide by 4.
4.
So let's find. So we say the factors of 8 are 1, 2, 3, and what? 4 and 8. Factors of 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, and 12. And I hope you are writing these things down.
Yes.
Yeah. You are not just looking at the screen, you are writing them down. If you didn't know how to find these things. Then you say 8 divided by the HCF, the common HCF there. So which means I'm going to say 8 divided by 4, and also 12 divided by 4. Then what do you do? 8 by 4? 8 divided by 4. What is the answer, class?
8 divided by 4 is 2.
12 divided by 4.
3.
3. So which means our final answer is what?
3.
2 over 3.
2 over 3.
Over 3. Make sure you put that fraction 2 over 3. So now check out the method that we used. We used the method of multiples and factors to solve the same problem. And we still found how much? 2 over?
3.
3.
When we used the method of, what is it? The method of multiples of cross multiplying, we still found how much? 2 over 3.
3.
Yeah, so choose the method that you are finding easy. If you find that cross multiplying is easy for you, go for the cross multiplying. Okay.
Yes.
Yes.
If you want the method of cross multiplying fractions, use the method of cross multiplying if you find it easy. And if you want the method of using multiples and factors where you are finding the equivalent fraction, use it as well, like what we're doing. We did not use cross multiplying, we use multiples and factors. Multiples for finding the lowest common multiple first. And factors, we use the highest common factors for simplifying. So please take note of that. Take note of this. For simplifying a fraction, you use factors. And for finding the lowest common multiple, the denominator, you are using the LCM. That's why we call it multiples and factors method. But you still arrive at the same one, answer. Anyone who is having a question?
No.
No. Continue.
Yes.
All right. Let's go to number 6B.
6B.
What happened there? We converted. So for 6B, we are going to use the method of cross multiplying, isn't it? Then
Yes.
I will repeat the same question by using the method of multiples and factors. So let's use the method of cross multiplying. First, it says convert the whole number. This is a mixed number, 5 and 2, 5.5. It's a mixed number, this number. It's a mixed number. And also 1 and 2/5. It's also a mixed what? Number.
Now.
Yes, so you convert to an improper fraction first. Convert this mixed number to an improper fraction first. What do? You say the denominator times the whole number, which means it's 2 times 5. Then always you plus the numerator. Okay?
Yes.
Yes.
Minus the denominator times the whole number. Always plus 2. So which means we are going to get 2 times 5, 10 plus 1, 11. 2 times 5, 5 plus 2, that's 7. The denominator remains the same. The denominator remains the same. Okay.
Yes.
So from here, use the method of cross multiplying. Tell me what you are going to get from this step. 11 over 2 minus 7 over 2. So work it out. Tell me what are you going to get as the next step. You tell me what you are going to get as the next step. Use the method of cross multiplying.
11 over 2 and what?
What you are seeing on the screen. Are you not seeing anything?
No.
On the screen, there's nothing.
Yes. Yes.
No.
Nothing.
Yes.
That's the problem.
There's nothing.
If there's someone who wants to join, let me know.
Okay. Okay.
No.
You see this?
Yes.
So from here, use the method of cross multiplying. Tell me what you are getting. 11 over 2 minus 7 over.
Yes.
What is the next step? Don't we know how to cross multiply?
You know, sir.
We do.
We are taking law. Let's cross multiply.
Yes.
Anyone who has found the answer?
Yes.
What is it?
55 over 10 and 14 over 10.
Excellent. 55 over 10 and 14 over 10. So
Yes.
yes, so let's simplify from here, solve it again. Since now the denominators are the same, subtract the numerators. You can now subtract the numerators. You are allowed. But if the denominators are not the same, you can't say 7 minus 5. First, change the denominators to be the same by cross multiplying. So what are you getting?
We're getting 41 over 10.
Yes, 41 over 10. Convert now this 41 over 10 to a mixed number. Remember, this is an improper fraction. Hello?
Yes, sir.
It's an improper because the top is big. Like what I said, the head is big, but the bottom is small. Convert this number by using division. 41 divided by 10, you get what?
Yes.
As a mixed number. What is your answer as a mixed number? What is your answer?
4 remainder 1.
Yes. So that 4 remainder 1 is correct. When you divide, you are going to get 4 divided by 10, you get 4. But I convert that remainder 1 as a fraction. What did I say?
4 remainder 1 over 10.
Exactly. So it's 4 remainder 1 over 10.
10.
Yes.
So which means 4 remainder 1 is correct. Then that remainder as a fraction, it's 4 and 1/10. That is our final answer. So mark it now. So we have marked 2 over
Yeah.
3 for number 6A, 4 and 1/10 for number 6B. Any question? For anyone with a question?
No.
This was the method
No.
of cross multiplying.
No.
All right, let's continue. So we have the second method of solving the same problem, but we are using multiples and what?
Fraction. Factors.
Yes, we are using multiples and factors. That's the method.
Factor.
We are using multiples and factors. So here now we are using
Yes.
multiples and factors. So first, what you do when you are given fraction and whole number is a mixed number like this. I said you group the whole number together. For example, 5 is a whole number, 1 is a whole number. So you say 5 minus 1 in their own bracket. So brackets are going to be important. Plus, this is a half minus 2/5 in their own bracket. Did you see it, class?
Yes.
Yes. Then you simplify each bracket. 5 minus 4 is what? Is 1. What about 1/2 minus 2/5? What is the answer? That's where we are going to use the knowledge of multiples and factors. We come to our right here. On the right side, you are seeing the multiples of 2, the multiples of 5, and the lowest common multiple is what? 10. So which means you are going to make half. What is 1/2 as a denominator of 10? From 2 to 5, which means here I multiplied by what? By 5 to get 10. I must also multiply by 5 on the what? On the numerator. Then what do I get? 5 of 10. Then the denominator I multiply by 2. I get also the numerator I multiply by 2. I get 4. So half is the same as 2 over 4. I mean 5 over 10, and 2 over 5 is the same as 4 over 10. So now we've used the equivalent and the LCM. The 10, where is the 10 coming from? It's coming from the LCM. We use the method of the LCM. Add the fractions together, all numbers. 4, what is 5 minus
It's
1?
1 of 1.
5 minus 4, it's 1. Then the denominator is just the same. So here we have used the method of multiples and factors. We still found the same answer, which is 4 and 1/10. We also use the same method of cross multiplying. We found the same answer of 4 and 1/10. So in a next test, you are free to use what you want. If you understand the method of multiples and factors, use the multiples and factors. If you understand the method of cross multiplying, like what we're doing here, use the method of what?
Cross multiplying.
Yes, but first thing to cross multiply, you must first convert to improper fractions. Don't cross multiply mixed numbers like 5 and 1. You convert to mixed numbers so that they are easy to cross multiply. Yes. Let's go to number 7.
Yes.
Convert those numbers to improper fractions. 2 and 2/3 multiply by 4 and 1/5. I have told you how to read these numbers. You say 2 and 2/3, 4 and 1/5. Yes, that's how you read those numbers. If they say write in words, you must write it as 2 and 2/3, 4 and 1/5. in words. Let's convert those numbers in proper fractions. What are you getting for 2 2/3 multiplied by 4 1/5? Let's just convert to mixed, to improper first. You tell me the answer. Convert to improper fractions. You tell me what is the answer. Anyone? Anyone who found the answer? Anyone? What is 2 times 3?
6.
Plus 2. 6 plus 2?
8.
Oh, is that taking
8.
time? Just say 8 over 3. Do you need one whole 1 hour to just say 8 over 3? And 4 times 5? 4 times 5?
4 times 5.
20.
Plus 1?
21.
Yes, just to say
21.
8 over 3 multiplied by 21 over 5. Do you need to take time to do this, class?
No.
So why are you
So we're
doing?
thinking.
There's nothing to think here. There's nothing to think. Then the next step is now we got these numbers. Cross multiply now. Let's go. So here we are multiplying, isn't it?
Yes.
No. Instead of you, when it comes to multiplication, instead of you to do like what we do when we are teaching with addition and subtraction, when it comes to multiplication, it's a bit different in such a way that you have to check for numbers which are multiples of the other. So you have to check numbers which are multiples of the other.
Which
Yes. For example, 3 and 21. 21 is a multiple of 3. So they cancel out. 3 goes into 3 once and 3 goes into 21. How many times? 7. You get it?
Yes.
Yeah.
This method of checking which numbers are multiples of the other saves you time. Instead of you coming and say 7 times 21 over 3 times 15. 3 times 5, sorry. It's also correct. But this route will take you time rather than to just check for numbers which are multiples of the other. You were supposed to say 7 times 21 divided by 3 times 5, then you take the long route of long division. So to save yourself time and mistakes, just check for numbers which are multiples of the other. So now you have made your life easy now. Yes, now you have made your life easy. Then you are just going to say 7 times 7 or 1 times 1. What is 7 times 7 divided by, what is the answer now? 7 times 7 over 1 times 5.
Yes.
What is the answer?
Huh?
What is 7 over 7? Yeah, what is it equals to?
7 times 7.
35 over 1.
It's going to be?
35 over 1.
is 7 times
Ah,
Tumelo, 7
no.
times is not 35, but it's what?
Yes, Bakase. 7, 14, 21, 28, 35, 40.
That's where your mental math comes in. 7 times 7, grade 7.
49.
Okay.
49.
Vegas. 49.
Over what?
49.
The denominator
Over
is
5.
over 5. So your answer is 49 over.
Yes.
Then
Five.
when you reach here, don't leave your answer as a what?
It's a
Don't-
mixed fraction.
This is not a mixed, but it's an improper.
Fraction.
Fraction.
Oh, improper fraction. Fraction.
So
Yes.
you convert that improper to a what?
Mixed number.
Mixed number.
Let's convert. Convert it to a mixed number now. Don't leave it as an improper. Always convert it to a mixed number. What is the mixed number?
Yeah, you're still calculating.
I still calculating.
Eighteen over 5.
We are getting 18 over.
5.
All right.
5.
We say the mixed number does not have a improper fraction. A mixed
Yes.
number is a whole number and a fraction. So if you tell me 18 over 5, have you divided? How many times does 9 goes into 49? Let's check if you are correct. So 49 divided by 5, that's what we are doing here. Okay.
Yes.
Yes.
Then you do your long division. 5 goes into 4, it's impossible. Then 5 goes into 49 9 times. The 9 times 5, you get 9 times 5 give you 45. Then you subtract. 49 minus 45 is 4. That's your remainder. In other words, it's 9, remainder what?
4. 4.
So you convert that 4 as a denominator of 5. So the answer is 9 remainder 4, but we don't want 9 remainder 4. We are doing fractions. It's 9 and 4 what?
And 4 over 5.
9 and 4 fifths, not 4 over 5. It's correct to say
Yes.
4 over 5, but when you're writing down, don't say 4 over 5. You say 9 and 4 fifths.
If
For calculating, yes, I can take 4 over 5, but make sure when they say write well, don't say 4 over 5. You say 9 and 4 fifths. Any question here?
no.
No.
Everything is clear.
Yes. Yes.
All right, let's just recap what we're doing here. We said you convert these mixed numbers to what? Improper.
Fraction.
Then first, when you check the improper fraction, before you say numerator times numerator, denominator times denominator, check the multiples of the other. One on the denominator, one on the numerator. Then you found out that 3 and 21, they are multiples of each other. For example, what do we mean by that? I mean that 21 is a multiple of 3. So 3 goes into 21 how many times? 7 times. That's why they cancel out. So which means my next fraction is now 7 times 7 over 1 times 5, which is the same as 7 times 7 is 49. 1 times 5 is 5.
5.
But don't leave your answer. You must always
5.
simplify, always. By dividing. When you divide, use your division, then you arrive at this answer, which is 9 and 4 fifths. So let's mark that one for number. This is number what? 7C. Number 7C.
7C.
Yes, 7C, 9 and 4. If that is our final answer for number 7C. Can we continue?
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
All right. Then that one was number 6C, sorry, not 7, 6. 6C. It was 6C, not 7. Number 6.
Yes.
Number 6C. So correct that, number 6C. Then now we are going to number 7. We are going to number 7. We are going to number 7. We do the same for number 7. Lerato's journey walks 1 kilometers to school and 10.5 kilometers to work. So to school and to work, which means they are just adding the yes, if you are talking, just switch off that mic so that you don't disturb others.
Yes.
All right, so we said group the numbers. Like I indicated there, you group the numbers. Since you are dealing with mixed numbers, take the whole numbers in their own bracket. This is the bracket. Just a bracket of only whole numbers. Plus, put your plus, you put a bracket of only what? Fractions. So these are your fractions. Can you see it, class?
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Yes. So
Yes.
now we are using the method of multiples and factors. 10 and 1, they are just whole numbers. You can solve that one. 10 plus 1, simply it's what? 11.
Yep.
But
11.
3 quarters plus a half, they don't have the same denominator. So I can't say 3 plus 1. I must first check. Yes. You change it to the lowest common what? Denominator, which is your LCM or your LCD. Some they call it LCM or LCD. It's still the same thing. Lowest common denominator. It's just 4. That is the 4, which is there. How did you get? Yes, you said 4, multiples of 4, 4, 8, 12, 16. Multiples of 2, 2, 4, 6, 8, going further. What is the lowest? The lowest is 4. That is the 4. What did you do to the 2 to get to the 4? I multiplied by 2. So multiply also the numerator by what? By 2. 2 over 4. What did you do from 4 to 4? I multiplied by 1. Also multiply the numerator by 1. Then you just get 3. Any questions here?
No. Nope.
Continue from here and tell me what you are going to get. 11 plus. What is inside the bracket? It's going to be 11 plus 1.
11 plus 5.
3 quarters. Plus 2 quarters.
Solve the bracket first.
5 quarters.
Yes, plus 5 quarters. 11 plus 5 quarters. But you can see that 5 quarters, it's an improper what? This is an improper
Fraction.
So you convert this to a what? Mixed.
So a mixed number.
Let's do that.
Fair.
Ask your question.
Sorry, tomato says please accept.
Okay.
Yeah. What you know?
Is Butumelo there now? I'm trying to admit.
Yeah.
I'm here. Yes.
Yes.
I'm here.
All right.
Yes.
Continue. Let's continue. So we are solving that question for number 7A.
7.
Yes, 7A. We are here now. So convert that to an improper, that improper fraction to a mixed number. 11 plus 5 over 4. What are you going to get? What are you going to get? It will be 11 plus 1. 11 plus. What is 5 divided by 4?
One remainder one.
Yes, convert that to 1 remainder 1 as a fraction. It will be 1 remainder what? 1 over?
1.
1 over?
4. 4.
1 over 4. We are busy doing improper
Yes.
fractions, so you must master them now. It's 1 remainder 1 over 4. Yeah.
4.
Yes. That's how you convert that number to an improper to a mixed number. You convert 5 over 4 to a mixed number, you get this one. That is the mixed number which I'm talking about. Then what do? Group the whole numbers together in their own bracket. Now it's 11 plus 1 in their own bracket. Then you say plus 1 over what? 4. What do you get? What is that? 11 plus 1 in a bracket. You are adding all numbers together, then fractions together. That's how you always do it. What is
12.
12 plus
12
plus
1 quarter.
yes, 12 plus 1 quarter. So which means if it's 12 plus 1 quarter, we have added now. We said add the fractions together, add the whole numbers together, fractions on their own. So which means when we add them, we are going to get 12 plus a quarter, which can also be written as 12 and a quarter. And
Kilometer.
Plus and 12 and a quarter. So you say 12 plus a quarter, that 12 plus a quarter, 1 quarter is written as 12 and 1 quarter like that. And remember, we are not working in donkeys, we are working in kilometers. So there is, in the test, there will be 1 mark for writing 12 and a what? And a quarter. And also there will be 1 mark for saying kilowatt.
Meters.
Yes. So once they give you a real problem, someone will come and say, I should have got 100%. I got the answer. Yes, you wrote 12 and a quarter, but you did not write what?
Kilometer.
Then I remove the marks. Then you fail to totalize that question. So make sure if you are given distance, if it's money, then you say the money was 15. No, it must be 15 rands. Because it's money, it's measured in rands, isn't it?
Yes.
Only on the final answer, but in between there, I won't penalize you. I will penalize you here on the final answer. 1 mark for 12 and a quarter, 1 mark for the quantity or the units, which is kilometers. Any questions so far?
No.
No.
So you can also solve that problem using the method of crossword.
Multiplication.
So before you do the cross multiplication, you first convert. What do you convert? 1 3/4 to an improper fraction. 10 1/2 to an improper fraction, like that. So 4 times 1 is 4 plus 3, that's 7.
Yes.
Then 10 times 2, 20 plus 1, 21.
21.
So when you cross multiply, then this will be 7 times 2 will give you 14. 4 times 21 will give you what? 84. 4 times 2 will give you 8 as your denominator.
8.
84 plus 14. 84 plus 14 will give you 98. Can you see it?
Yes.
98.
Yes.
Your denominator is just 8. It does not change. Okay.
Yes.
That's
Yes.
question.
No.
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 Okay.
No.
Let's 98 divided by 8, which means it's just over 12. We are doing the long division now. 98 divided by 8. 8 goes into 9 once. 1 times 8, that's 8. 9 minus 1, that's 1.
8.
Bring down 8. You bring down the 8, it's now 18. 8 goes into 18 how many times? 2 times. 2 times 8. So 2 times that 8 will give you 16. You subtract. 8 minus 6, 2. 1 minus 1, 0. So your answer there, it's 12, remainder 2. But because you are dividing by 8, it's 12, remainder 2 over 1. 8. Did you see that?
Yes.
Should we
Yes.
continue?
Yes.
Yes.
So, but I must simplify this. I must simplify this. I must simplify. Why are we simplifying? Because there are common factors between 2 and what? And 8.
8.
Means I must first find the highest common factor of 2 and 8. So I have taught you the method of finding highest common factor. You are going to find out the highest common factor is 2. So you divide both the numerator and denominator by what? By 2. Then you arrive at the same answer. 2 divided by 2, 1. 8 divided by 2,
1.
4. So the answer is 12 and a quarter. 12 and 1 quarter. Yes, 12 and 1 quarter is the answer. Any question?
No.
No.
So
No.
it's the same when you cross multiply, it's the same also when you use the method of multiples and factors, like of regrouping. So this method was whole numbers, group whole numbers and fractions separate. So which means there must be a bracket of whole number plus a bracket of what? Fractions. Then apply your method of multiples and factors when you are solving this one. Okay. Let's go to the next one, which is number 12, 7b.
7.
They are saying John ate 1 half. John ate 1 half of a pie. Yes, 1 half of a pie, which means of. I told you of means what?
Oh, yeah.
What does of means?
Multiply.
Multiply. So it means, what did John eat?
Multiply.
Half multiply half. Numerator times numerator. 1 times 1 is
What?
1.
2 times 2,
1.
4.
4. So the answer is 1 quarter of a pie, isn't it?
Yes.
Yes.
Put 2 marks there. Put 2 marks. Right. Then let's go to number 7c. The question is saying Mary spends 4/5 of her money. How much is her money? The money is 75 rand. The money is 75 rand.
And
So which means off. Where there is off, we are going to put what?
multiplication.
Multiply. So which means when you multiply any whole number, I said any whole number which you think of, it's over 1. So 75 just over 1 as a fraction. So you multiply, but before we say 4 times 75, before we say 4 times 75 over 5 times 1, check if they are multiples of that. For example, is 75 is a multiple of 5. So 5 goes into 5 once. 5 goes into 75 how many times? 15.
15.
It means now you're left with 4 times 15 over 1 times 1. Instead of coming this long route whereby you multiply big numbers and you divide, just find the multiples of the other instead of coming this long route, okay? But at the end, you arrive at the same answer. Does not matter, but this is the fastest method. You check which number is a multiple of the other, then they cancel out. 5 goes into 5 once, 5 goes into 75, 15, then you cancel the 75. So which means now we are left with 4 times 15 over 1 times 1. What is 4 times 15?
4 times 15.
Yes. What is 4 times 15?
6.
60, which is 60 over 1. But because you are dealing with money, the final answer is not 60, it's 60 what?
Over 1. 62. 60 rands.
They are not going to totalize the question paper. They will be for rents. They are not donkeys, this one. It's money which you are dealing with. So it's 60. So one is 2 marks for that answer. 1 mark is coming for the rent, 1 mark for the number. So I don't want anyone to come crying to me saying, but I got 60. Yes, but you did not put the rents. There must be units or the quantity must be there. All right, let's continue to the next one, which is number what?
7. C.
C.
Is it 7C? There is no 7C.
7C.
7C. All right, let's correct it.
7C.
7C.
It's 7.
So we have calculated the money that was spent. It was 60 rands, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
So the money which was left, which means you're just saying 75 rand minus, I must see the sign, minus the amount which was spent is 60 rands. So how much is left?
15 rand.
15 rand.
Yes, they are not donkeys. Put the unit. All right, so there's 2 marks. 2 marks for number C is 15 rands, and then there's C1 and C2. So this is C2. Number 2, that one we can call it C1, which was 60 rands. Or C1, 60 rands. So the 60 rands is for C1, 2 marks there, and 2 marks for money left. Or you can also use fractions. If you are having complete money, which means you have 5 over 5, 5 over 5 of your money, which means 5/5, it's complete, it's 1 whole. Then you spend how many? 4 over 5. How much fraction is left? It's 1 over?
1 over 5.
Over 5.
Instead of using the subtraction,
5.
yes, you can say 1 over 5 of 75, which is like this one, which means multiple of the other. 5 goes into 5 once, 5 goes into 75, 15 times. Then your final answer is?
Yes.
15 rand. So you can choose which you arriving at the same one.
Answer.
Let's go to the next question, which is number
8.
Number 8. All right, percentages. We said percent means what? What does percent mean?
Of 100.
Percent means of 100 from there. That is percent.
Yeah.
So that if someone says 10%, it just means 10 over what? 100. 5%, it means 5 over 100. 6%, 6 over 100. So convert this to percentage. It's just 10 over 100. Off means what? Multiply.
Multiply.
Any whole number, convert it to a fraction. Whole number is a fraction. It's over 1. Any number over 1. Then we continue from there. We say, what is the numerator times numerator? Denominator times denominator. So 10 times 84 divided by 100 times 1. Can someone solve this one for me? Let's work it out. What is 10 times 84? What is 100 times 1?
So 10 times 84
10 times
is 8
140.
840.
It's my
Yes.
840.
Divided by the denominator is
100.
So what is 840 divided by 100? So once you come across a situation where you are having 840 over 100 like this, 840 over 100, said you cancel the zeros, the one on the top and the one at the bottom, you cancel them. So which means now we're left with 84 over 10. What is 84 over 10? Divide this. What do you get when you divide 84 over 10? What is the
You
answer?
get
8
8.
remember 4. 8 remainder 4.
Then that remainder fraction. Convert it to a fraction, it becomes, when you convert it to a fraction,
8 quarters.
it's not 8 quarters, but it's what?
It is
It's not 8 quarters,
8.
but it's 8 and what?
8.
There. Someone has to join.
Who wants to join? Hello?
Lying. She's lying. They are
Yes, no.
peddling you.
Once you are making jokes, I will remove you.
Yes, it's Nikafuna. Nkuna.
That's what I will do. All right, because you are wasting our time. Finish. But to make jokes. All right, let's continue. Is it the screen sharing?
Yes. Yes.
Let's
Yes,
continue.
it's peddling.
We want to finish what we are doing, so jokes aside. So we said, what is the answer here?
We should add 8 and 50.
And what? 8 remainder 4. Yes, I know. So write that 4 as a fraction. It's 4 over 1.
4 over.
Remainder 4. Yes, it's 8 remainder 4. I agree with that. It's 8 remainder 4.
It's going to be 8 over 4.
You were dividing by 10.
4.
So that, since you are dividing by 10, it means your answer is 8 remainder 4. But because I was dividing by 10, so it's 4 over 10. Because you were dividing by what?
8.
Yes,
10.
that's how you write it as a mixed number.
Yes.
So once you have your mixed number, we are here. Then you simplify. How do you simplify? By dividing by the highest common factor. You found your answer is 8 and remainder 4, which is the same as 8 and 4 tenths. Then the highest common factor is 2. Factors of 4 are 1, 2, and 4. And factors of 10 are 1, 2, and 5.
1, 2, 5, 10.
The highest common factor is 2.
2.
Then you divide by that highest common factor. You divide by the highest common factor. So 4 divided by 2 is 2, and 10 divided by 2 is 5. So
5.
put
5.
on number
Mine is finished.
this was number 1.
It was number
Twelve.
7.
Number 8.
And
For 8, it is first part, it is 10% of 84, 425. So we can call it 81. So the first question for number 8, you can say 81.
81.
Yes. And with a 0.1.
Yes.
Then let's go to the next one. 10% of 425. Now you can do it now. You now know how to do it. And I guess you are
Yes.
also doing questions and writing these things down. 10% of
Yes.
424. 10% means over 100. 10% means over 100.
100.
So which means 10,
100.
yes, 10 over 100 multiplied. Of means what? Multiply.
Times.
Yes.
Yes.
Then you multiply by 425 as a whole number. All numbers over 1.
1.
Yes. Then from there you multiply the numerator. 4 times 425 times 10, you get 4,250 by 100. Once you come at a situation like this, I'm repeating again.
Yes. You cancel
Once
the zeros.
you cancel the zeros, that's good. You cancel the zeros. So when you cancel the zeros, 4,250 over 100. So the 0 on the top is cancelling with the 0 at the. So you are left with 425 divided by what? By 10.
10.
What is the, tell me the final answer now.
Yes, we're still dividing.
Solve it. 425 divided by 10.
Yes. Yes.
It is 42 remainder 5.
As a mixed number. As a mixed number. 42 remainder 5, but it's 5 over what?
10.
Over 10. That's
Over
good.
10.
Yes. In grade 7, now you did fractions. Don't just tell me remainder 5, but to conclude that that remainder is 5 over 10 because you are dividing by 10. Yes, which is correct. So let's continue from there. You've divided your problem. 10 goes into 4, it can't, into 42, 4 times 10, 40, you subtract. 2, you bring down the 5. 10 goes 25 twice. 2 times 10, 20. Remainder 5. So it's 42, remainder 5. Then that 42 remainder 5. That is what we are calling 42 and 1 and 5 tenths.
Yes.
So you do your factor method. Find what are you going to divide by to simplify, because 5 and 10 is they have a common factor.
Divide by 5.
Divided by 2. 5. By 5.
Common factor is 5.
5.
There is common
Yes,
factor.
by
Is, so when divided by 5, what do you get?
1 over 5.
1 over
1 over
5.
5.
1 over 5.
2.
2, not 1 over 5. 10 divided by 5 is 2.
2,
Okay.
sir, 2.
Oh,
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Hey.
So,
Sorry.
so your final answer is 42 and a half. 42. So that is as a number. Never leave an answer as an improper fraction. All answers, don't leave them like this. You don't leave an answer, a final answer like improper. Convert to a simplified proper mixed number. Always convert to Don't leave your answer as 42 and 5 over 10. No. You say 42 and a half. This is the simplified one. You simplify by dividing by
Yes.
H. Yes. Let's we go to number, this was number 82. So we are going to 83. This 82. Now we are going to 83. 10% of 1,000 rand. It was not 1,000 rand, but it's just 1,000.
1,005.
It's 1,000. Yes. This is number 83. Right. So 10% means what? Over 100. That's what 10% means. 10 over 100. Of which means you are multiplying 100, 1,000 over 1. Apply the numerator, then you get 10,000. 10 times 1,000, 10,000. 10 times 100 times 1, 100. So you just 10,000 divided by 1, cancelling out the what? The zeros. So the final answer is? The final
100.
answer is 100.
What?
That's 100.
100, yes.
Let's mark 83. The answer is 100. Let's go to 84. 84. So for 84, we are saying 10% of 5. Solve for me this one. If you are
Which
done,
one?
you let 10% of 5.
Okay.
Yes.
10% of 5.
5.
10% of 5. If you have a final answer, just let me.
Yes, sir. I have a final answer.
We have 10% of 5. Percent means
My
what?
final answer was, sir, my final answer.
Yes, what is it to me? The final answer is
I got 2.
10% of 5.
Hey!
10%,
No,
not 2. It's
No,
wrong.
me, I wrote 0.5.
You wrote what?
I wrote 5, sir. 0.5.
There's someone who has 5.
So me, I got 0.
Someone got 0.5.
Also, me,
Any
I
other?
got 0.5.
I got 2, sir.
0.5.
Me, I got 2.
Sir,
Someone got 2.
2.
Any other
I
answer?
got 2.
2. So let's check who is correct. Okay.
2.
Yes.
Yes.
Check. Let's check. So we are saying 10% of 5. 10 times 5.
10 times 5.
It's 50.
50.
10 times 5. You multiply the numerators. Then 100 times 1 is 100. So which means
100.
over 100. Then you must simplify this fraction, which is divide by the highest common factor of 100. So when you simplify, the highest common factor is 50. The highest common factor is 50. So when you divide 50 divided by
50.
100 divided by
1
50 is
1 over
1 over 2 as a fraction, which is the same as 0.5 as a decimal. I can accept that one. Yes, 0.5 is correct. But all these other answers, they are wrong, except for
Yes.
Yes. Wrong,
Yes.
but this one. All right.
2 is correct.
Let's move. Let's continue. All right. Let me explain how we use prime numbers to find the HCF. So, how do you use prime numbers to find the HCF? Prime factorized. For example, 2 goes into 50 how many times? 25. Then 5 goes into 25 5 times.
5
5 goes into 5 once. So
once.
One.
how do you write as prime factors? It means 50 is 2 times 5 times 1 times 5. 2 50 times.
50.
2 goes into 50 25 times.
25 times.
5 goes into 25 5
5
5
times.
goes into 5 1.
Once.
So which means 100 is 2 times 2 times 5 times 5.
5.
So if you are finding highest common factor using the method of prime factors, this is a method
Yes.
of prime
Factor.
factors. Yes, only we are using prime factors, not the method of factors.
Yes.
And 2
Yeah.
common. That's why I've put the 2. That 5 and this 5, they are common. That's why there's a 5. Then there's a 5
Yeah.
and the 5 common. So the highest common factor is 2 times 5, which is 10, times 5, which is 50.
50.
That's where this number is coming from. Always you divide by highest common factor.
Factor.
We are done with number 7. 1 mark for number 8, 1 mark for each. That's why there is 4 marks. So put your 4 marks for half, 1 mark for half, 1 mark for 100, 1 mark for 42 and a half,
Yes.
and also 1 mark for the first one, which is 8.1. 8 and 2 1 mark there. 42 and a half, 1 mark, and also 100, 1 mark, and then the last one, half or 0.5, 1 mark. Let's go to number 9. Let's go to number 9. So they are saying milli-meal cost, the milli-meal increased from 10 rand to 12 rand 50. Is that not so? A bag of milli-meal increased from 10 rand to 12 rand 50. So they want us to calculate the percentage increase. So first, when you are calculating the percentage increase, you first say, how much was the increase? From what to what number? So it increased to this. So which means you want the increase is the difference. In other words, you are calculating the difference between those two numbers. So 12 rand 50 minus 10 rand. 10 rand can also be written as 10,00, which means 0 cents. And the position of the comma must be aligned straight. These are your tens, units, tens, and hundreds. Tens and hundreds. A small letter T. So you must know the place values there. 0 minus 0, 0. 5 minus 0, 5. 2 minus 0, 2. 1 minus 1, 0.
0.
Zero.
So now that we know the increase is 2 rand what? 50.
50.
So
Cents.
yes, so we want the percentage. So always your denominator is the number that you put, this one. The increase on the numerator. That was the increase on the numerator. Where did it increase from? Always when they say from, that is your denominator. Then as a percentage means multiply by what? Multiply by?
100.
100.
100.
That increase which we calculated,
100.
Yes, it's 12 Rand 50. And the denominator there is a fraction. Where did it increase from? Which means from 10 Rand. Once you put 12 Rand down there, your answer is wrong. Percentage, it means 100. Always percentage multiply times 1. Okay, so there we continue, which means that we are going to say 2,50 times 100, denominator 10 times 1. So let's solve that, the numerator first. Our numerator is 2,5. Our numerator is 2,5 times 100. So what do we do when I'm applying 0 as a what? Placeholder. 0 placeholder. 2 zeros, 1, 2 as placeholders. This 1 times 0 is 0. 1 times 5, that's 5. 1 times 2, that's 2. Then you count the number of decimals. There are 2. That's why you count 1, 2, you put your comma there. So the answer is 250, 00. That's how we got that answer. So in other words, 00, you can disregard these zeros. You can cancel them out. It will be the same as 250 divided by 10. What is 250 divided by 10? Is just the same as 25. Just your mental maths. If you want, you can do the long division. But once you arrive there, mental maths, you know 250. From there, you say divided by 10. You cancel. The answer is 25. Are you there? Hello?
Yes.
Yes, the answer is 25. So automatically, but it's not 25 donkeys. We are calculating percentage. It's 25%. So don't come and ask, you tell me I got the answer. Put the percent, 25%. Let's recap again what I was saying. I said percentage increase from, the millimil increased from 10 Rand to 12 Rand 50. The first thing, you calculate the increase. How much did the millimil, the cost, increased by how much? First, the cost increased by 12 Rand minus 10 Rand. 12 Rand 50 minus 10 Rand, you get 2 Rand 50 cents. As a percentage, the increase as a percentage, it increased from what? From 10 Rands. So which means your denominator must be a 10. Then you say 2 Rand 50, which is the increase, over 10 Rands multiplied by 100. I've shown you how to multiply decimals. Then the final answer is 25%. Put 1 mark there for 25%. 1 mark for 25, 1 mark for percentage. 2 marks. Two marks. Let's be fast so that we finish number 9. So let's go to number B. Number 9B. 9B, it's saying the phone call decreased from 50 cents per minute
to 30.
to 30 cents per minute. So calculate the percentage decrease. If you have understood what I was doing, try number 9B. First, calculate how much was the decrease. Calculate the decrease is how much. How much is the
20 over 50.
Decrease, you subtract. Whenever you're calculating increase and decrease, first you subtract before you calculate the percentage. I did not start by saying over something. I first said subtraction first. You find the increase. First, the question is saying calculate the percentage. We are on page number 100. Question number 9B. You must be having a textbook as well. Page 104, number 9. phone call percentage decrease from 50 cents to 30 cents. How much is the decrease? So
20
the decrease is not 30 cents, it's 20 cents.
20 cents.
Yes. Which is minus 30 cents, which is 20 cents. So calculate for me the percentage decrease using this method which I've shown you here. Calculate the percentage decrease. So now we want the percentage decrease, not the increase. Always, I told you the denominator is from. So calculate it and tell me
20
what
over
it's going to be. 20
20
over
over
20 cents over
20
50
over
cents
50.
multiplied by,
times 100 over 1.
excellent, multiplied by 100 over 1. So solve it for me. What are you going to get?
Um,
$20 over 50 multiplied by 100 over 1. So what are you getting as your final answer? 50 goes into 200.
calculate.
All right. Check the multiples of the other, or you can multiply numerator and denominator. Numerators together, denominators together. Then you see what is the final answer. Or you can check numbers which are multiples of each other. For example, 50 and 100, they are multiples of each other. Automatically, you can find the answer without struggling.
The answer is 4 over 1.
Is it donkeys?
So,
So what is the answer?
100%.
20 over 50 multiplied by 100 over 1. What is the answer? Grade 7. You don't know how to multiply 20 over 50 multiplied by 100 over 1.
We do.
The answer is 200 over 50.
It's 2
Is it 200?
Yes. over
Yes.
50.
Yes.
Oh, 4.
Yes, so you add a
78.
0 to the 200. Yeah.
So what is the final answer as a percentage?
40%.
Yeah.
The answer is 2,000.
Over
And
what?
it's gonna be 40
2,000
Over 50.
So
over
simply,
50 divided by.
what is the final answer?
Okay.
50%.
The final answer.
Nico said 40%. I'm waiting for Butumelo.
Yes, I'm almost done.
I don't understand what.
The answer is 40%.
Okay, so you are both correct. The answer is 40%. So when you multiply the numerators, we get 2,000 over 50. Then we cancel. We are left with what? 200 divided by 5, which is 40. So as a percentage, 40%. 1 mark for 40, 1 mark for the percentage. Because we are not working with this, we have units which we are working with percentage. So 40%. Any problem? We say first find the denominator is where you are coming from. The phone call increased, decreased from. The phone call decreased from. Where it says from, it's a hint that that number becomes your what? Denominator. Okay? Yes. What the decrease is 20. Percent means multiply by what? 100.
Sir,
Yeah.
she requested, can you please add her?
Yes, but people who come their own time during meeting, next time I won't accept. Only today for the first time. Next time when we say we are meeting, if you don't come that time or earlier, I'm not going to accept. You don't come anytime. Otherwise, you have a recording. Let's just accept them for today.
Below.
Okay. Adorable, is she there?
Yeah.
Let's continue. If the screen is not sharing,
Yes,
is the screen still sharing?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
yes,
No. Yes.
Sharing.
yes,
Okay.
Yes.
So let's continue. So
yes.
that is number 9B. First, find the decrease. If you want to calculate the percentage, where is the decrease? It decreased from what number? It decreased from what number? So you indicate, no, this decreased from 50 cents. That becomes your denominator here. The numerator is the decrease. Percent means times 100. And the first one was calculate the increase. So first, you calculate how much was the increase. The increase is 12 Rand 50 minus 10 Rand. Increase is 2 Rand 50. So this 2 Rand 50 increased from what time? From where? Milli-meal increased from 10 Rand to 12 Rand 50. So the from becomes your denominator. That is the only trick. The increase is the numerator, then you multiply.
Yeah.
Let's go to what we did in grade 6, which is the table. Let's complete that table. You tell me for A, what are we putting? Common fraction, just a recap. We did this in grade 6, so I just want to know. So let's just work it out before I explain. That is the last question for today. So we are left with 10 minutes. We'll be finishing this one. So just write down. You tell me what are we putting for the common fraction.
1/5.
For common fraction for 0.5, it means what?
1/5.
1/5 is wrong.
1/5. The
1/5 is wrong.
percentage is 50%.
We multiply by 100. Yes. For percentage, it's 50%.
Yes.
So 0.5 times percentage is 50%. So this one, it will be 0.5 multiplied by 100. So when multiplied by 100, you are going to get 50. So it's 50%. So 50 is correct. Yes. Let's have the next one. What is it as a fraction? The fraction.
1/.
Which one?
The 1/5 is wrong.
For A, 1/5. But it's what? One decimal. You calculate, you look at the decimals here. You count how many decimals are you having?
2, 1.
After the comma, how many decimals?
1.
1. And what is that number which is after the comma? It's a 5.
5.
It's a 5.
So you always say 5 over. All fractions which are after the decimal, they always start with the 1. All numbers after the decimal always start with, if you want to convert to a fraction. Then you say how many decimals after the comma? It was 1. So you put only 1 0.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh.
Just like that. You first say the number which you are dealing with, it's a 5. And all numbers, decimal numbers after the comma always start with the 1. Then you say how many decimals were they after the comma? There were only 1 decimal after the comma. So that 1 decimal is represented by 1 0. Okay. The number which is there as a decimal, it's a 5. So that number which you are talking about, 5, is 5. How many decimals after the comma? It's a 1, 1 0. If it was 58, like this, 58, then you say the number is 50 what? 8. How many decimals? 1, 2, which means 2 zeros. 1 and 2, then it will be 58 over 100. If it was
Oh,
0.59, then you say the number which I'm seeing is 589. And how many numbers after the decimal is 1, 2, 3? So which means I must put 1 and 3 zeros. Then it will be like that. You get it?
yes.
So in our case, the number is 5 over what? Over 10. So let's go back to our original. So it's
Yes.
5. But 5 over 10 is not simplified. Simplify it. There is still a common factor there. Don't never write answers which are not simplified. What
1
is
over 2.
so you
1 over
divide?
That
2.
is 1.
Yes, it's 1 over 2. Divide by 5. You also divide by
5.
5.
always you write simplified number, which is 1 over.
Two.
The correct answer is 1 over 2. 1 over 2. And the last one, convert to a percentage. Percentage, you always multiply the decimal times what?
100.
Times 100. Multiplying by 100 the decimal, it means moving the comma twice to the right. I always tell you.
Also the common fraction for B.
Common fraction for B. Yes. Do the same for A. So which one do you want to answer first?
B.
The B1.
Yes, the B one is
6 over 10.
6 over 10.
but it's not simplified. Simplify it.
It is.
6 over 10 is not simplified.
2
There is
Oh,
a
no.
3 over 3 over
5.
5.
yes.
3 over
3
5.
Yes. So 6 over 10 is not simplified because it is common factor. 6 over 10. Then you divide by 2. Then also you divide by 2. Then the final answer becomes 3 over 5. Are we together? Are we together?
Yes.
Then the last one, which is 2/8. What is the percentage?
I got the answer.
You multiply the decimal.
250.
No, you are just
It's
multiplying the decimal.
500.
We are not guessing.
2050, sir.
We are not guessing. You must work these things out. Once you want the habit of guessing, then you are not. We say times
That's
100.
25.
Decimals, you only multiply times 100 to get what? Percentage. And multiplying by 100 means you are moving the comma to the right. How many times?
Twice.
1, 2. So the comma was here. 1, 2. Now the comma is there. What is this number, which is 0? Which is 0, 2, 5, comma. You cancel the 0. So that number is what? 25%. Do you agree?
Yes.
Yes. So the answer
Yeah.
there
Yes.
25%. 25%. 25%. So we are done. We are done with the task for the. This were the working how we were doing it. So we said half 0.5. It means 5 over 10. But because we are still having common factors, so you divide by HCF. That's why the answer is now a what? A half. Okay. And then for the other one, convert to a decimal. 0.5 as a decimal. Decimals, you always multiply. Convert to a decimal, to percentage, multiply by what? 100. 100, how do you multiply? You multiply by 100. How many zeros as placeholder? 1, 2 zeros. 1 times 5 is 5. How many decimals? Only 1 decimal. So you only put 1 decimal here. That is where the comma is. That's why the answer is 50. And 50, yes, 50, 0. But that is 0. We cancel it out. As a whole number is just 50%. And then 0.6 as a decimal, it means 6 over 10. How many decimals after the comma? It's only 1 decimal after the comma. So as a fraction, I first put a 1. 1 decimal means 1 0. So it's 6 over 10. Simplify. Factors of 6. These are the factors of 6. 1, 2, 3, and 6. Factors of 10. 1, 2, 5, and 10. Its common factor is 2. So you divide by the HC, by the HCF. Okay. Divide by the HCF. Why are we dividing? You always divide by the HCF when you want to simply.
5.
You divide by HCF. How do you find the HCF? This is the method of finding the HCF. Factors of 6. Numbers which can get into 6 are 1, 2, 3, and 6. Numbers which can get into 10 are 1, 2, 5, and 10 without leaving a remainder. Those are factors. Then you divide, simplify 3 over 5. That's what we're doing. Then the last decimal was 0.25, which you were saying 2,500, which is wrong. So you write your 0.25, you multiply by 100. First thing, 2 zeros as placeholder. 1, 2. 1 times 2, 1 times 5, 5. 1 times 2, 2. Count the decimals. 2 decimals. So you move your comma. 1, 2. The comma comes there. So the answer is 25,00%, not 2,500. Tumelo. The answer is 25,00. Then simplify it, cancel the zeros. It's 25, not 22,500. Any question?
No.
No.
All right.
No.
So the link for tomorrow is that decimals on page. It's page what? There's that revision for decimals. I'm not sure which page.
105.
100?
5.
105.
6 times 2.
No, the ones which I told you that you are going to write as your homework. I gave you a task.
105.
100?
It's 105.
No, just 105.
104 is the one which you are doing now. Then I say a revision which you are supposed to do is 100 on 124. So tomorrow we are revising the task for page 120. You must start working it now so that by the time comes, you are ready with your answers and you are marking yourself. So we are done with that task, which is 56. Mark yourself, you see, you put your totals at 45. Then we'll check it on Monday. So here for number 10, you mark that of 4. So number 10 is just 4 marks there for number 10. 1 mark, 1 mark.
Yeah, I'm done.
And then we went number 9B, 2 marks, which is 40, and the percentage is 90. 2 marks. Yes. So I will share the recording on the group for those who want to revisit and check again. So those ones who were late, what we covered while they were not here. And for those ones who were not able to attend, so I will share the link on the group. Tell your friends the last session is tomorrow.
Yes.
The time, I will share it on the group. It's not 4.
Yes.
Time will change.
So we are
So
done.
we are done for now.
They will do 2 o'clock.
Yes, but I will update you on the. No problem with 2 o'clock. It's still fine.
So we can leave.
Electricity. Mabanja, electricity.
Yeah, but if you are having challenges, you will still find the recording whenever your electricity is back. So there's no need.
Yes, yeah.
Yes, 2 is fine.
So we are done with everything. We have worked everything. So we'll continue tomorrow.
Yes.
Yes.
Ah, that will miss.
What I said.
Tebza.
Sure.
Lethe ibhuko nazo.
Nabamzuki.
Mama ebot.
Ashapika. Ikawanili gufaya.
Observable. Yes. 1 hour 57.
JD.